Villages are the true heart of Pakistan. They beat with a rhythm that is old and steady. Away from the loud rush of cities like Karachi or Lahore, life here follows a different clock. This clock is set by the sun and the seasons. These small communities are scattered across the vast landscapes. They are found in the green plains of Punjab and the rugged mountains of the north. They are the backbone of the nation's culture and its economy. Most of what Pakistan eats and exports grows from this very soil. The story of Pakistan is not just in its bustling urban centers. It is written in the earth of its villages, a story of resilience, simplicity, and deep-rooted tradition that has been passed down through countless generations. The connection to the land is everything. It is more than just a place to live or a source of income. The land is a part of the family. It holds memories of grandparents and their parents before them. It has seen times of great joy and times of hardship. This deep bond shapes the identity of every person who calls the village home. They understand the language of the soil, the whispers of the wind, and the promise of the rain. This intimate knowledge is not learned from books, but from a lifetime of observation and participation. It is a wisdom that anchors them, giving them a sense of belonging that is unbreakable, a foundation upon which their entire world is built. In these villages, the air itself feels different. It is clean and filled with the scent of wet earth after a morning rain. The sounds are of nature, not of machines. You hear the gentle lowing of cattle, the cheerful chirping of sparrows, and the distant laughter of children playing in the fields. It is a world where happiness is not measured by material wealth, but by the simple gifts of nature. A cool breeze on a hot afternoon, the sweet taste of a freshly picked mango, or the sight of stars filling up the night sky, are sources of profound contentment. This simplicity is not a lack of something, it is an abundance of what truly matters. The economic importance of these rural communities cannot be overstated. They are the engine room of Pakistan's agriculture. From the fragrant basmati rice that graces tables around the world, to the sweet sugarcane and the golden wheat, it all begins here. The hands that till the soil and harvest the crops are the same hands that build the nation's food security. The villagers are not just farmers, they are custodians of an ancient way of life. They preserve traditions that have sustained their ancestors for centuries. Their work is a daily act of faith in the land, a partnership between human effort and the generosity of the earth, a cycle that defines their existence. A village day begins before the sun appears. The call to prayer, the adhan, echoes softly across the quiet fields. It is a gentle awakening. Women rise to light the clay stoves, their hands moving with familiar grace as they prepare the morning meal. The aroma of freshly baked roti and warm chai fills the simple mud brick homes. These houses, often built around a central courtyard, are designed for community. The courtyard is where life unfolds. It is a space for work, for play, and for sharing stories under the shade of a large neem tree. Life is lived together, not in separate closed-off rooms. It is a shared experience from the moment the day starts. The bonds between neighbors are incredibly strong. In a village, your neighbor is like your family. Doors are always open, and a cup of tea is always ready for a visitor. People share everything, their joys, their sorrows, and the food from their kitchens. If a family faces a problem, the entire community comes together to help. This sense of unity is the social fabric that holds the village together. Children grow up with many mothers and fathers, looked after by the entire community. They learn from a young age that they are part of something larger than themselves, a web of relationships built on trust and mutual support. Education is a cherished dream in these communities. Though schools may be simple, often with just a few rooms, the desire for learning is immense. Children walk to school with worn-out bags but bright eyes. They sit on mats on the floor listening intently to their teacher. They know that education is a path to a different future, a way to help their families and their village. For many, especially girls, attending school is a privilege they do not take for granted. The school is more than just a place for lessons. It is a beacon of hope, a symbol of progress, and the aspirations of a new generation. In the afternoons, the village takes on a different pace. Men return from the fields for a midday meal and rest. Women gather in the courtyards, busy with embroidery or preparing vegetables for the evening meal. This is a time for conversation and connection. The elders, with their weathered faces and wise eyes, sit on rope-woven beds called charpoys. They share stories of the past, tales of folklore, and lessons learned from a long life. These moments are the living history of the village, a time when knowledge and culture are passed down, not through written words, but through the spoken ones, connecting the young to their heritage. A village wedding is not a private affair. It is a festival for the entire community. The celebrations can last for several days, transforming the entire village into a stage of vibrant color and joyous sound. The preparations begin weeks in advance. Homes are decorated with bright lights and colorful fabrics. The air becomes thick with anticipation and the delicious smell of special foods being cooked in large pots over open fires. Everyone has a role to play. The wedding is a shared project, a collective expression of happiness for the union of two families. It is a time when all work stops and life becomes a celebration. The cultural richness of these weddings is mesmerizing. The Mehndi ceremony is a highlight, where the bride's hands and feet are adorned with intricate henna designs. It is a night of music and dance, primarily for the women. They gather to sing traditional wedding songs, known as tapai, and dance with joyful abandon. The groom's procession, the barat, is a spectacle of its own. He often arrives on a decorated horse, accompanied by his family and friends, with the sounds of a drum, the dhol, announcing their arrival. These rituals are not just traditions, they are threads that connect the present to a rich cultural past. The wedding feast is an act of immense hospitality. Huge quantities of food are prepared, and everyone in the village is invited to share the meal. Serving the guests is considered an honor. Dishes like biryani, korma, and sweet zarda are served with warmth and generosity. No one is turned away. This communal meal reinforces the bonds of the community. It is a symbol of shared prosperity and a reminder that life's most important moments are meant to be experienced together. The act of eating together under the open sky solidifies the ties that bind the villagers as one large extended family. Beyond the feasting and the music, the wedding is a deeply emotional and spiritual event. It is about the creation of a new family and the continuation of the community. The final farewell, the rukhsati, when the bride leaves her childhood home, is a moment of mixed emotions. There are tears of sadness for her departure, and tears of joy for her new beginning. The entire village shares in this poignant moment, offering blessings and prayers for the couple's future. The wedding is a powerful affirmation of life, love, and the enduring strength of family and community in the heart of Pakistan. Farming is not just a job in a Pakistani village, it is a way of life that has been perfected over centuries. The farmer's day is dictated by the needs of the land. He rises at dawn and heads to the fields, often with his sons by his side. The tools may be simple, a wooden plow pulled by a pair of oxen, a sickle for harvesting, but the knowledge is profound. This knowledge is an inheritance, passed down from father to son. It includes understanding the right time to plant seeds, how to read the signs of the weather, and how to nurture the crops until they are ready for harvest. This is a partnership with nature, built on respect and experience. The main crops that carpet the landscape are a testament to the land's fertility. In Punjab, the land of 5 rivers, vast fields of wheat sway like a golden ocean in the wind. This wheat will become the roti that feeds the nation. Rice paddies shimmer in the sun, producing the fragrant basmati that is famous worldwide. Cotton, the silver fiber, is another crucial crop, providing the raw material for the country's textile industry. Livestock are equally important. Buffaloes and cows provide milk, butter, and yogurt, essential parts of the daily diet. They are considered part of the family, cared for with affection and treated as valuable assets. A typical day is a cycle of simple, meaningful tasks. It starts with the morning prayer and work in the fields. The afternoon brings a break for food and rest during the hottest part of the day. As evening approaches, the villagers return home. The cattle are brought in from grazing. Families gather for the evening meal, a time to share the day's events. As darkness falls, the village grows quiet. People sit outside on charpoys, gazing at the star-filled sky, a sight often hidden from city dwellers. There is a deep sense of peace in this routine, a rhythm that connects them to the earth and to each other. In the end, village life in Pakistan is a beautiful story of unity and contentment. It is a world where happiness is found in the simple things: a good harvest, a healthy family, a wedding celebration, a shared cup of tea. It is a life lived in harmony with nature, where traditions are not relics of the past, but a living guide for the present. The strong social bonds create a safety net of support and love. This is the soul of Pakistan, a resilient and warm-hearted culture that thrives in the simplicity and beauty of its villages, a quiet testament to a life of connection and community.